The Three Little Pigs. Once upon a time, there was an old sow with 3 little pigs. As she had not enough to keep them, she sent them out to seek their fortune. The first pig that went out met a man with a bundle of straw and said to him,
"Please, man, give me that straw to build me a house."
Which the man did, and the little pig built a house with it. Presently came along a wolf, and the wolf knocked on the door and said, little pig, let me come in." To which the pig answered,
"No, no, no, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin."
"Well, then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in," said the wolf. So he huffed, and he puffed, and he blew his house in, and ate up the little pig. The second pig met a man with a bundle of sticks, and said to the man,
"Please, man, give me those sticks so I can build a house."
Which the man did, and the pig built his house. Then along came the wolf, and the wolf said to the pig, little pig, let me come in."
"No, no, no, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin."
"Well, then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." So he huffed, and he puffed, and he puffed, and he huffed, and at last he blew the house in, and ate the second little pig. The third little pig met a man with a load of bricks, and he said to the man, "Hey, man, can you give me a load of those bricks so I can build a house with them?" So the man gave him the bricks, and he built his house with them. So the wolf came along, and as he did to the other little pigs, he knocked on the door and said, little pig, let me come in." No, that's not gonna happen, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin." Well, then I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow your house in." Well, he huffed and he puffed, and he puffed and he huffed, and he huffed and puffed and puffed and huffed and huffed and puffed, and found out that he could not get the house to blow in. And when he found out that he could not, even with all that huffing and puffing, he said, little pig, I know where there is a nice field of turnips." Where?" said the little pig. "Oh, in Mr. Smith's home field. And if you will be ready to go tomorrow morning, I will call for you, and we will go together and get some for dinner." That sounds good," said the little pig. "I'll be ready by then. What time do you mean to go?" "Oh, well, promptly at 6 o'clock. Well, the little pig got up at 5 and got the turnips and was home again before 6. When the wolf came by, he said, little pig, are you ready?" "Ready?" said the little pig. "I've been there and back again and got a nice pot full for dinner." The wolf was very angry at this, but thought that he would be able to get that pig one way or another. So he said, little pig, I know where there is a nice apple tree." Where?" said the little pig. "Down at Mr. Zahn's orchard," replied the wolf. "And if you will not deceive me, I will come for you at 5 o'clock sharp tomorrow, and we will go together and get some apples." Well, the little pig woke up at 4 the next morning and bustled up and went off for those apples, hoping to get back before the wolf came. But he had farther to go, and he had to climb to the top of a tree. So just as he was coming down from it, he saw the wolf coming, which, as you may suppose, frightened him very much. When the wolf came by, he said, little pig, what are you doing here? Before me again? Are there nice apples up there?" Yeah, "There are," said the little pig. "Come here, I'll throw one down to you." And he threw it so very far that the wolf had to run and pick it up far away. Once he did, the little pig jumped down and ran home. The next day, the wolf came again and said to the little pig, "Little pig, there is a fair in town this afternoon. Will you go?" "Yes," said the pig. "I will go. What time do you want to get there?" "At 3 o'clock sharp," said the wolf. So the little pig went off before the time as usual and got to the fair and bought himself a butter churn and was on his way home with it when he saw the wolf coming. Then he could not tell what to do, so he got into the churn to hide, and in doing so, the churn fell over and it began to roll, and it rolled down the hill with the pig inside it, which frightened the wolf so much that he went home himself without going to the fair. The wolf later on went to the little pig's house and told him how frightened he had been by the great round thing that had rolled down the hill past him. That's when the little pig said, "I scared you, didn't I? I'd been to the fair and back and bought that butter churn, and when I saw you I got into it and I rolled down the hill right past you." That was the very last straw, for the wolf was very angry indeed, and he declared that he would eat up the little pig and that he would come down the chimney after him. When the little pig saw that he was about, he hung on a pot full of water and made up a blazing fire, and just as the wolf was coming down, he took the cover off the pot, and in fell the wolf. And the little pig put the cover on again, and in an instant boiled him up and ate him for supper. And this last little pig lived a long time in his brick house, happily ever after.